What number you call it by. Jordan 23, Shaquille 32. A big number right here at the beginning, however, is 1-3, and that's Longley starting at Chicago despite a sore ankle.
Yeah, Bob, he went out of the game 4 with a sore ankle. He will start against Shaquille O'Neal, and the good news for Chicago on this is that gives them 18 fouls rather than just 12. It could be a factor. We'll have to see his mobility, and let's see if they go to Shaq early to test him.
You see our officials, Eddie T. Rush, Dan Crawford, and Bob Delaney. The tip goes to Anthony Hardaway, whose numbers have been down in the playoffs from the regular season.
I really believe he has to be aggressive tonight, looking to score.
Well, we've seen this before, the double team, the pass out, and now Pippen steps up into the face of Nick Anderson. We have a foul away from the ball. Luke Longley picks up one that quickly, holding on to Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, you can see both teams real tight to start this game.
Pippen inside to Tony Kukoc. A beautiful pass from Scottie Pippen. Longley punches it away. Bulls have the numbers, 4-on-3. B.J. Armstrong, 4-0 Chicago. Those hustle plays you talk about, Doug. Longley punching the rebound out, giving the Bulls another shot.
Those are all things that add up, and it makes you use clock. Gives you 40 seconds on this possession. See if Longley can make the shot, which he does.
6-0 Chicago.
I think it's because of all the double and triple teams, and because he's avoiding fouls. He's in a hurry to take quick shots. I think he needs to just slow himself down and take those same shots he took in the regular season. The little jump hook, the little jump shot.
Pippen with a penetration into Longley, and it's 8-2 Chicago.
Trainer, because Longley's gotten off to a good start here.
With a bad ankle. Horace Grant from 21 feet. Horace will knock that shot down. He's been doing it throughout the playoffs, averaging 13 points in the regular season, nearly 20, and shooting 68% in the playoffs.
The Bulls are banking on the fact that he will start shooting poorly. B.J. Armstrong involved here early. He's got a layup and a bank shot. So 8 of the 10 points by what you'd call the peripheral or role players of the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan, Pippen not in the books.
And most people feel that's a good sign. Anderson wide open for 3. Shaquille with the rebound. First basket of the ball game for Shaquille O'Neal. 10-6 Chicago.
You know, one of the things you'd have to say, through all this poor shooting, the Magic are only down 4 points. I think that's a very positive sign for them right now.
Tony Kukoc handling, trying to get Horace Grant away from the basket so he can do this, and that's drive and dish. Jordan hits the jumper uncontested. It's just to get it across the timeline. Shot clock down to 10 as Orlando gets into their half-court offense.
Now they're trying to make Michael play defense on both, or excuse me, make him play both ends of the floor. They got to get the shot up here.
3 seconds. Big three-pointer from Dennis Scott. Jordan leaks out on the other end, and Scott fouls him.
See, no one covers back, though.
Dennis Scott is going to try the 3. Rebound, Pippen.
See, that's where guys fall in love with that three-point line. He could have took the ball to the basket, and he pulled back.
Oh, look at Tony Kukoc. Hard to the hole with the left hand.
All right, the difference is Anthony Hardaway has got to get himself maybe an easy score here. Horace Grant is just lighting it up, making every open shot.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter of the decisive 5th game. Hardaway looking for his first hoop and finding it on the penetration. Anthony Hardaway 1 for 6 now, and it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
That was a nice aggressive move, though. No hesitation at all. Very positive sign for the Magic.
Michael Jordan with only 2 points so far. Draws Rollins away. Somebody should be open underneath. Pippen will try it. Oh! He was intimidated by Tree Rollins, and who wouldn't be? Out to Armstrong on the penetration. He travels. Turnover, Chicago. Kukoc runs at Grant, who makes the pass to Dennis Scott. O'Neal.
He's going so quick. He
has it blocked by Longley.
Notice how quick he went up with that shot instead of powering it and dunking it.
Jordan hard to the basket. The left-handed jam from Jordan.
Scott can back down. They'll have to double him.
Judd Bushler in for Chicago, along with Will Perdue. Hardaway penetrating. 5 to shoot. Scott gets the 3. Dennis Scott, he's got 6. There's the double team out high. Grant looking for somebody to pass it to. Scott, who has 2 threes. Shot clock down to 6. Shaquille hits Anderson down to 4. 3, 2. Hardaway bails him out at the buzzer.
2. They've got 4. That's That's a big, big statistic.
Hardaway sees the lane open, drives and kicks it to Anthony Bowie, who buries it from the corner. Him to be making, but he has the ability to knock it down from out there.
See, I think he could be real key. Donald Royal will not take that shot.
Jordan posts up.
Well, let's hop and have Pippen help.
Scott is open for three. Bushler runs at him and misses, and Scott knocks down his third triple of the night.
Amazing that the Bulls are only up 3 right now.
Purdue with a screen and roll with B.J. Armstrong. B.J. pulls up from 14. Nice soft touch by Armstrong. 28-23.
10-plus point game right now. It would favor the Magic. I think for the Magic to win this game, they have to get the score up over 100 points.
Anthony Hardaway using the Jeff Turner screen to knock it down with 3.2 to go. Bulls do have a chance for a shot here, and Hardaway's hit his last 3 buckets. Steve Kerr swallowed alive by Donald Royal and Anthony Bowie, and at the end of 1, Bulls 29, Magic 25, Michael 12.
The tempo of their game is a little different. Normally it's faster. And Anthony Bowie missed a wide open layup because he saw Michael Jordan and he tried to shoot it too quickly. We've seen Shaq do that 2 or 3 times tonight already.
Big play by Ron Harper. You know, he's talk about a factor with a pick and roll. Jordan now matched up against Turner. Kukoc trying to start Anthony. This is the jumper, and Shaquille with a monster jam. And with the loose ball, Kukoc inside to Michael. He sees Shaquille and takes it back out again.
Now, they don't want to leave Steve Kerr, so Anthony Hardaway's got to be very careful. Michael again to the outside of the floor, and every time he's gotten there, he's punished him with a score.
35-27.
Tell me that doesn't start getting into a player's head, especially in a close game when you got to make free throws late.
Jordan uses Wennington for the long jumper. That's a 2 right at the line, and Michael has 16 points.
Team Anthony Hardaway getting a rest. Royal on the floor.
Hardaway no place to go, hits Shaquille to Horace Grant, and Grant seems to be the only man. Here, go figure. Shaquille is out, Tree Rollins is in. 5:35 to go in the first half. Michael Jordan knocks down this jumper, and now he's 6 of 14.
Shaquille O'Neal is out of the ball game once again, getting a rest. Tree Rollins is in. So who's going to give the Magic offense with this group?
10 to shoot for Chicago, trying to post Jordan inside to Pippen from 14. Big bucket from Scotty in this game.
I think Brian Hill's got to get back Penny Hardaway into the game. He's been resting here for a while. He's got to bring some poise to this Magic team. They need his leadership badly.
Walking this way, Shaquille and Penny. Pippen's finger roll falls, and the Bulls have their biggest lead of the game. Just as you head into coaching, you finally figure out television. Dennis Scott, bad pass, Kukoc. It was deflected by Pippen. Bulls have 3-on-1. Pippen! What a play. The double clutch. My.
In our opening right now, Chicago dominating those numbers, and as a result, they're up 12. Orlando cannot dig themselves too big of a hole here.
With Anthony Hardaway, Dennis Scott, Horace Grant, and Nick Anderson. 5 to shoot.
Up and under. He likes to fake and go up and under.
To Wennington. Nice pass from Kukoc to shoot. Minute 12. Looking for Rollins. 4-3. Blocked by Pippen.
That was a bad possession right there. Dennis Scott held it. Tree Rollins trying to post.
This is B.J. Armstrong. And that's a 3. And the Bulls lead it by 11. Their biggest lead of the game with under a minute to go in the first half.
To 14. Remember, it was at 8 when they sat down.
Bulls extending that defense. That gives Brian Shaw the opportunity for the jumper. That's a 2. And now
get a good look and a good shot. Watch Horace Grant shooting the jumper on this possession.
Pick and roll, and he's matched up with B.J. Armstrong. There's the jumper. 7-point Bulls lead, 19.8. Horace Grant, 4 of 5 from the floor tonight, all from the perimeter.
Big stop here right now. Some momentum play right now for Orlando. The crowd's in it. You want to prevent the Bulls from scoring here.
Jordan with 5 seconds. Bushler to Pippen. 3 seconds. Pippen pull-up jumper. Misses. Bulls couldn't get it done. They stood around and waited for Michael. Jordan couldn't find an opening. Passed it around, and the Bulls with a very half-hearted attempt to score. And the half ends with the Bulls up by 7 and Orlando having to feel a little bit better than they did 1 minute ago.
Brian, you couldn't put the ball in the hole, but you're only down 7. What'd you tell him at halftime, particularly Shaq?
Well, just that we missed a lot of easy shots. We got a lot of good shots around the baskets and good looks up close, especially the big fella. We couldn't put him down. We're only down 7 points, and we can get right back in the game. But I think we have to understand what it takes. We've got to be the most aggressive team out there. We've got to take the game to them. We've got to keep them off the offensive boards.
Is Shaq hurrying his shot, as Doug Collins says it appears?
That's what I told him at halftime. A lot of those offensive rebounds that he's tried to put back up, he's just hurried them, taking them a little bit off balance. He's just got to gather himself, get his legs under him, and power the ball back up. Okay, thank you. Bob?
Orlando Magic, who in the first half only shot 31% from the floor and 62% from the line.
Remember now, how you start the third quarter says a lot about your team.
Going hard to the hoop is Nick Anderson. Horace Grant gets an inside basket, his first follow basket. B.J. Armstrong throws up the jumper. B.J. is feeling it tonight.
Shot will be there for them, so they'll keep using him in that screen roll till he makes an adjustment.
Armstrong's 5 of 8 tonight. Down to Shaquille. Longley has 3 fouls. Shaquille off the glass hard.
Now that was in rhythm. That shot got the contact turn and shot the jump hook.
Michael's fadeaway goes down. Jordan with 20 points. Horace Grant picked up his foul there. He has 2. The penetration, the pass into Shaquille, and he powers it inside and draws the foul. And Orlando has cut the Bulls' lead to 4. The crowd calling for defense at the arena. Jordan says so much for defense on that shot. Bulls by 6. Horace Grant answering quickly, but nowhere to go with the ball.
See, Horace is not a playmaker. He's got to get himself on the offensive boards right there.
You were talking to Brian Hill.
Magic needs some defense to calm this crowd down a little, or excuse me, to keep this crowd excited.
Missed shot from Longley. 4-point game. Dennis Scott cuts it to 1. Timeout, Chicago. Kukoc. Chance for the Magic to take the lead on the run.
There's Dennis Scott again.
Orlando's first lead of the game.
This is where you have to have poise. Go to Michael Jordan, let him make a play for you.
Like that.
That's the poise of a champion.
Quick answer for Orlando. Hardaway now has 10, his first hoop of this half. B.J. Armstrong's pull-up.
Shots are coming too quick. This is the Magic tempo. Watch Scott again, spotting up. There he is.
Well, he's really feeling it inside. Nice pass to Shaquille. And the no-look to Horace Grant. Shaquille with 3 quick assists.
Right now, the Magic have shaken them. They're playing too quickly.
Longley backs off and knocks down a 2 from close end. Longley, by the way, playing with 4 personal quarter. And they got a chance to expand that lead. The Bulls not ready for that rebound off the miss. Horace Grant knocks it down. 64-60 Orlando.
Consistent player through all 5 games.
20 points, 9 rebounds for Horace Grant. Bulls out of sync. Frenzied defense. Michael sneaks in alone and gets the jam to fall.
Now they've got to come in like we've got to play well.
Hardaway shoots it over everybody. What a shot by the 6'7" Penny Hardaway. He's about to start something. Hardaway misses on the steal attempt. Shaquille with the block. Bulls have only 7 to shoot. I wonder if Scotty knows it. Yes, he does. Big 3-pointer from Scottie Pippen. Hardaway draws the double team. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Open man, Dennis Scott buries the 3. That's 5 3-pointers for Dennis Scott.
We talked about the wild cards, Kukoc and Dennis Scott. Scott is playing great. Tony has gotten very quiet.
Jordan pulls up. The flat jumper goes down. He's only 14 away, and the Magic continues to lead by 2 now.
To win, they must win it up over 100. I think 95 or under for Chicago.
Hardaway with a trouble on the crossover dribble. 8 on the shot clock. Shaquille way away from the hoop. Now single coverage from Longley. 4. The fadeaway jumper. It goes down for Shaquille, and O'Neal has 17. He had only 2 in the first quarter, only 8 at the half.
Yeah, but did we see that shot early in the series?
This is the second time we've seen it in the whole series. Shaquille with his 20th rebound. Now this Magic team starting to play with more confidence. Michael Jordan with the hand check foul. And the Magic.
Shaquille sitting down, and Michael and Scotty have played the entire third quarter. That could be a factor.
Shaw with the drive and the bounce pass to Horace Grant. And it gets to go. And it is 75-69 Magic.
Excuse me, a 15-point turnaround in this quarter.
7 on the shot clock, 19 in the quarter. Hardaway knocks down the three. Oh, baby. Magic by 9. 14 to go in the quarter. Bulls are scrambled. Double team on Pippen. Into Kukoc. Armstrong with the drive. Out of there. Kukoc puts it back. He'll have a foul and go to the line with 1.9 seconds to go in the quarter.
And all those intangible things that we talked about, the Magic +6. Michael Jordan got about a 30-second rest, and he's coming back in. Phil Jackson realizing, I've got to have Michael and Scotty. We are down 8. We've got to make our move right now.
Steve Kerr on the floor. Michael played 23 minutes in the first half. 10 to shoot for Orlando.
This could be a big possession. It could put the Magic up double figures. That's not happened all night long.
O'Neal's turnaround again. The offensive board stolen by Hardaway. Shaw buries the three.
And add one more to the hustle board. Now Michael Jordan is the only guy that can score unless you get Bushler layups.
And that's a nice reversal for Judd Bushler. Pull back in here. They led by 7 at the half, did the Bulls, but they were outscored 35-20 by Orlando. To go down at the beginning of this quarter. In low, O'Neal. He's not going to miss down there.
I can only tell you, himself down. He was so hyper in the first half. But why not? It's a 5th game, something in somewhere that Orlando has never been before.
Bushler from Purdue, 10 on the shot clock. Bushler on the drive. Who's the open man? Harper. Back to Bushler. He's got a good jump shot. Knocks it down from over there. And the Hulkster is here. Whatever.
Whatever.
It's showbiz, baby. Michael Jordan, speaking of showbiz, knocks down the jumper. Look out.
Right now with him sitting down.
4. You see the time remaining to shoot. Dennis Scott trying to work for the shot. The fadeaway, big bucket from Dennis Scott.
So he's got to be very careful. The fact that he has really no scores on the floor right now other than Scottie Pippen.
Down by 7 into Anderson. Back to O'Neal. He thought about the little jumper. Anderson gets his first basket of the game. Chicago timeout. Phil Jackson waited a little too long. Maybe Steve Kerr irate, throwing his towel and kicking the side. Will be in the penalty on their next foul. They've committed 4 team fouls. Orlando only 2. Shaquille against Wennington. Nobody stops that double team. Shaquille O'Neal has brought his game tonight.
A non-factor.
He scored 1 basket. Kukoc into the paint, kicks to Jordan. He'll take the 3 and make the 3. That's a big bucket for Chicago.
Grab you and then reverse to the rim.
He's wide open. Lost Anderson on a screen and buries it. Michael has 37.
Put him to the line if he gets the interior position.
There's the double team on Shaquille. Open man Nick Anderson with the drive. Pass to Horace Grant.
See, Shaquille is not jumping in the air tonight, Bob. Remember on Sunday afternoon when he left his feet? He's not doing that tonight.
24 for Grant. He's only missed 3 of 13 shots. Pick and roll, BJ and Wennington. Wennington has that shot from 17, not this time. Pippen is there for the offensive boards, out of bounds. Chicago ball.
It's 2 for 6, and all those came early.
What a comeback. Michael Jordan down low. He'll get that to fall. Michael has 39 points. Only 2 team fouls.
Remember now, though, in Game 3 when the Bulls lost, Michael had 40.
8 to shoot. Down to Shaquille. There's the quick double team. Open man cutting to the rim. Anthony Hardaway from O'Neal. Timeout, Chicago. 4-9 from the floor, Bill Wennington.
When he makes that shot, he's a factor. When he doesn't, he's not, because he cannot keep Shaquille away from the basket. The Magic, this is the biggest win in their history, in my estimation. More so than even the road win in Chicago.
These fans are feeling that way. Nick Anderson with the reverse. from Hardaway. And that will be the cherry on the sundae. 99-87, Orlando's biggest lead. And it's all over. Orlando's going to take the decisive 3-2 lead in Game 5 of the best-of-7 series. It'll go back to Chicago on Thursday. B.J. Armstrong will just get in for the lay-in, but it's way too little, way too late. The Magic by 10. Orlando has outscored Chicago by 17 points here in the second half.
Get the score at 100 or more.
At 5 3-pointers, 22 points in the game.
Remember, Hardaway missed his first 6 shots, didn't stop playing, and he's got 19 points now and 11 assists.
Inside to Wennington for the jam with only 17 seconds to go in the game. So now Chicago goes back to the United Center, where they won on Sunday to pull the series even, but where they also know that the Orlando Magic has won the first game of that series.
Idea that there is a 7th game. I think they don't give the Bulls another chance to come back in here and beat you once again.
Michael Jordan, you see his face. By the way, his face is on the cover of Sports Illustrated this week for the 33rd time, which ties Muhammad Ali for the most appearances on the cover of SI.
7 in the second half. I think that high energy and all that nervousness really got to Orlando in the first half.
Bushnell keeps it alive for B.J. Armstrong. The tip in back in. Judd Bushnell will get credit for it. 8.5 seconds to go, and Orlando has defended at the Magic Kingdom here tonight.
You know, Chicago might have to change their thinking in Game 6, and if there isn't some of the rotations defensively, maybe make some other guys do some things out on the floor that they don't want to do. But Horace has been sensational.
Horace had a good line in today's paper. He said, this has been a series of adjustments, and the last big adjustment will probably win the series. 103-95 Orlando. Michael Jordan with 39 points. They weren't enough. Pippen and Kukoc combined 6 of 19, and between them could score only 1 field goal in the entire second half. Craig Sager with Horace Grant.
Well, Horace, you've granted Orlando's wishes. You made this team a title contender. How sweet is it to beat the Bulls?
Well, it's another victory. You know, it was a whole team effort, and you know that's what we need to win a championship.
Bill Jackson says we're going to make Horace Grant beat us. You're beating them. Does that bother you?
No, that doesn't bother me at all. You know, I'm gonna let Bill talk. I'm gonna play.
The team was down at half. Shaquille O'Neal was hurrying his shots. You're down by 7. What was the difference in that big third quarter?
I think that the difference, we came out and played very aggressive. We forced them to turn the ball over, and we hit some big shots.
You were booed last time in Chicago. Now you go back there with a chance to close out the season for the Bulls.
I'm expecting the boos a lot louder.
Thanks a lot, Horace. Bye.
Our Budweiser player of the game is Horace Grant. And by the way, if you're into numerology, Orlando has won games 1, 3, and 5. The Bulls game